I always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Throwing now is Keenum. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, this wind is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. They'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
And down to a knee. Well, that's one option. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football, but they face a second and long to start things out. From the gun, it's Carr. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. A big play there. Carr to Cooper. And even 60 yards. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Martavis Bryant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Spins past it.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Left side here to Sanders. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Here we go.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Good! Hurry up, here we go.
Now a play fake, and it's Keenum. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Sanders. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play. Toss play. This is Anderson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. Working from the gun, Keenum. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now Anderson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. A shotgun snap for Keenum.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
No.
They come out here in the eye. Second and goal to go. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Thomas rolls. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence...
Oh, this is blocked. Oh, the Raiders have it. And he gets it past the 30, but not much further than that. And the extra point attempt snuffed down.
I need your help on this one. We just saw an extra point blocked. Do you think the rain had anything to do with it getting blocked?
Everything goes a little bit slower, but I'll tell you what, the snap and the hold, they look good.
Yeah, and most of the time, I love when you bring that up about it getting slower. It's deliberate when it gets slower, right? Because you have to go through it a little bit more. You want to be just a little bit more careful catching the ball, putting it down, and giving him a chance to kick it.
A reminder, later tonight, the Colts, they'll be in Seattle to take on the Seahawks. And then Monday night, it's the Redskins getting a second straight night game as they'll head down to Arrowhead to take on KC. We're in October already. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. This one's moving fast.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now Carr throwing on second down. And his throw here's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Throwing his Carr on third down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The fourth-year man from LSU, Brad Wing, to punt it away. Carlos Henderson is deep for Denver. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They start the drive with Anderson. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. 90 catches, close to 1,100 yards last year for Thomas. For most guys, that'd be incredible. For Thomas, those numbers his lowest since 2011.
Well, he does have his old offensive coordinator back, so I'm sure he's expecting to get back to his former levels of play.
Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. His throw incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. 10th carry now for Anderson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. The Broncos on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Keenum. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. On first down, Keenum. Being chased out left. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
He'll buy some time right. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
They'll run. Anderson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
And now they'll throw with Keenum. Flush to his right. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
They start the drive with Lynch. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
You got to worry about a grounding call when you're throwing from back there. No flag on that play, but maybe, possibly.
Well, that's one that we have certainly seen called before.
Yeah, I think what you have to be cognizant of is where he is on the field. Is he in the pocket or out of the pocket, about whether or not that flag would be pulled.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be gathered up in the end zone, and that's a defensive touchdown. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score, and the Eagles out in front early. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they'll put Bryant in motion left. Now Carr. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. To throw again. Carr. Looking deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good hit there and knocked down hard right on the 30-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Marshawn Lynch, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. And this one's back to an 8-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll... Get back to the 16-yard line. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas. All game. No. Jack, Patriot. Hurry up, here we go.
Play action. It's Keenum. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 42. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
On second down, Lynch. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave it with a third and about 5.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. Going deep here for Bryant. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Martavis Bryant, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Raiders move back within a couple of the lead. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. So they're going to go for 2. From the gun, Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Perry Riley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing on first down is Keenum. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. First NFL pick for the rookie corner, Gary and Conley. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Second down now after the pass completion. Carr gives to Lynch on the draw. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And he cuts it out right sideline. Some space here. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's a running back.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaquille Barrett. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. On second down, here's Carr. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The Raiders on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 19. Operating from the gun. Carr. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
There's been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in the game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keenan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Vance Joseph making his mark. His guys will go on 4th down. They do snap it to Keenum. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. They pitch it out to Anderson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. On 2nd down, Anderson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
They'll start on the ground with Lynch, and he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run again with Lynch. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Raiders on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he motions the wide receiver. They'll run it. Here's Martin. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. The ball still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. Jack Del Rio going to take a chance here. His guy's going for it on 4th. And he'll try and burn some clock with a sneak. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now this time Carl throw. Flushed out right. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
And Derek Carr just keeps improving. He can be dangerous not just inside the pocket, but as we see here, outside of it as well. Kid born in California, played his high school ball in Texas, had quarterback written all over it. On first down, Carr. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in. Back to the ground, Lynch. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Back to the ground. This time it's Martin. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, This intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and think.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marshawn Lynch with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. And the lead is up to 5. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
So the Broncos coming out now. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
And that's incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus. Yeah,
that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down, the run with Lynch. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. To throw on second down. Carr caught by Nelson left side. The 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jordy Nelson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
kills.
Speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Keenum going to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's going to float this one deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. A big play there. Carr to Cooper. 44 yards. They'll run with Lynch. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And it's 3rd down and goal from the 4. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So they settled for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field.
Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Another tote here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. Five yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Keenum. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. On 1st down, it's Keenum. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
That's complete. It's Jerome Felton, the fullback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. And his throw is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Keenum. And he spots Henderson open left side. And he'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Off the play fake, Keenum. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Khalil Mack. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Keenum now to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Nice job defensively to hold them to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Here's Keenum now on 2nd down, escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Keenum. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope. I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Carr going to throw here. Going up top. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Brian Switzer, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.